guys, welcome to episode 4 of our We're Not Even That Funny podcast. I am Ari, and this is my co-host, Paul. Paul, what's up? How
Hello.
are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. It's been a really slow week. I'm excited for the weekend. Quick question, Paul. Any plans for the weekend you got or
Mm, I might go see that ballerina movie.
right? John
Yeah,
Wick.
in case you guys do not follow the John Wick era, it that story is basically continuing during one of the three movies. So if you haven't watched it, you definitely got to go watch the three John Wick movies before you watch this one. But
Yeah.
other than
I think
that, it just
there's
feels like,
four. Is there four?
was it four or
I think
three?
there's four. I
There's
think
four. Okay,
four.
then I
Yeah.
probably haven't watched the fourth one.
Okay. I didn't either. Sorry.
Yeah. But other than that, yeah, this weekend I'm probably just gonna go see that. And we ended up watching well, not Cobra Kai, but Karate Kid Legends, and it was
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah. It was a good movie. I really liked it.
Yeah, but today, guys, we're gonna talk about pop music
Yeah.
and some of our favorite artists of all time, and who we would love to have on our show. And some pop stars won't always be able to take the time out of their day to come and join. So, Ariana, let's start with you. First five favorite pop star music artists that you would love to have on our show, or just you could just name a few that you like to listen to.
You know what? Okay. I'm gonna go with okay. The one main pop star that I would really love to have on our show was actually what you introduced me, Jenna Raine. Yeah, I know that she's like an up and coming artist, and I just started recently listening to her music. And honestly, I'm starting to really like her. Like, I feel like a lot of the songs that she writes about like would resonate with us as Gen Zers, especially.
Hmm.
And honestly, I feel like realistically, and you and I have reached out to her, and we're not gonna give up. I'm still gonna see if we can get her on. But I feel like realistically, like it'd be great to kind of get her on our show and ask her about her music journey and how she started and what, like, what does she want people to take away from her music and like where does she see herself in the future? So Jenna Raine is most realistically the kind of pop artist I would want on our show. Um, I always feel like people who win the voice competitions, like those are the singers that I would love to have on our show because I watch The Voice and there's always like, even if they're not a winner, but there's someone that I really like listening to, I'm always like, ooh, like I would like to have them on a podcast because why not? That'd be so cool. So I feel like that's realistic though, because every other pop artist I like, yeah, they're so big. Like I'm talking like I like Lady Gaga. Like with the chance of her coming. I don't say never, but you know what I mean, you know?
Who knows, Ariana? It might happen.
So,
But I feel like we definitely have to work our way towards getting the bigger stars on our podcast, because it's not going to happen overnight. We're definitely going to have to put in some work for it. But yes, guys, we both have reached out to Jenna Raine. And as you guys know, she's one of my favorites. I got to meet her in LA. She was in LA like about a month or two ago. I'm not sure if I'm getting the date right, but when I got to meet her, she was so kind and nice and thoughtful, and she took the chance to meet every one of her fans. And I was hoping I get the chance to meet her again, whether that's in her next concert or if she actually guest stars on our podcast. That'd be amazing. But
yeah,
guys, like, I've already tried, like we said, we already tried reaching out to her. Now we need a favor from you guys. I want you guys to also go ahead and like try to tag her in the comments on your stories to see if we can try to get her on our podcast. But if not, no harm done. So another artist I like to listen to, Ariana, is Olivia Holt. Do you know who Olivia Holt is?
I do.
Disney
And
Channel star?
I know her from Disney Channel. And yeah, honestly, I have listened to a couple of her songs like here and there. And I feel like she has a good voice. I really like her voice. But yeah, I mostly know her from Disney Channel, like films and movies. And she was in a movie recently, but I didn't watch it. It just like came out. And I forgot what it is. what it was called. Do you
Um,
know?
no,
It's like
I don't know that most recent movie that she was in, but the reason I started getting infatuated with her music was because I saw a Disney Channel movie called Girl versus Monster that she was
yes, I
in,
remember that.
and some of the songs that she sung in that movie like resonated with me like deep in my heart. And I was like, wow, I can relate to that. I can relate to this. I can relate to, you know, being like broken up with, or like your heart gets broken. You know, I can resonate with a lot of that. And a lot of Olivia's stuff is great. And there's some songs, especially from her album, that are all from the movie. Like, I'll give you guys one example. One song is called "Hello," and she actually starred with what's that guy's name? They were a good duo. They starred in a bunch of scenes, and they did like a lot of music, a lot of songs together.
Yeah.
You
No,
know who I'm talking about?
I know who you're talking about. His first name is Luke. I remember that. Luke
Hmm.
was his first name, and they were in
Yeah,
the movie Girl versus Monster. Yeah, Luke was his first name, but I forgot his last name. But he had a nice voice too.
yeah.
So
I thought they went great together, guys, as a duet. They sang perfectly. They were in sync, and that's what I love to see. People like that. And a lot of like what Olivia Holt also talks about nowadays also relates to my life in a way where it's like you can't give up, you got to keep striving, work hard. Not everything's going to come to you for free. You got to work for it. And one saying, guys, nothing worthwhile in this life is ever going to be easy. You got to always work for it. But I'm not sure if I just repeated myself, but yes, that's it. All right. Now, Ariana, what's your next pop music star that you like to
you
listen to?
know, you know what? I really loved Hilary Duff. I love her. I think that she is one of the singers that, and I know like Disney star, but no, genuinely some of her songs I really I resonated with. Her song Stranger was actually about her strange relationship between her parents. And I felt like I could really relate to that because like I've had a lot of problems with my own parents over the years. Um and like the song, like for example, Comes Clean. It's about a couple facing a relationship crisis and trying to figure out how to communicate their issues. So yeah, like relationship kind of things that I feel like we could all relate to. And for example, and I know that Stranger was actually the song that I remember she said she found out how her dad had an extramarital affair and how she imagined her mother, like, she wrote the song about how she imagined her mother felt around her father having this affair and how she initially kept it a secret so she could avoid exposing her parents' like marriage struggles. Um, that's like pretty that's just something that like not necessarily I like that situation I experienced, but so many friends of mine experienced. And like for example, even the song Fly, like that was a song I loved. I love the song Fly because it kind of was a song about encouraging people to let go of negativity, embrace their true selves. Sort of like Jenna Raine a little bit. I feel like a lot of her songs are just similar to Jenna Raine in some aspects. And so Hilary Duff, I just love her. I think she has just so many like messages in her songs that really resonated with like the general public. Because like there are songs like yeah, I could listen to a song by Rihanna and bop it out, but there are songs that you really like Jenna Raine, Hilary Duff, and Olivia Holt that really just touch on such personal issues that are so relevant to us. And I would say Hilary Duff is consistently somebody I just listen to. I listen to her older songs because I love them and I think she's so talented and I hope people really if no one has ever heard of Hilary Duff or listened to her music, I encourage people to listen to it.
Yeah, definitely. I haven't really listened to Hilary Duff's music, so I will definitely give her a listen. And as far as Jenna Rain goes, you know, Well, there's lots of things I can say about Jenna. You know, it just seems like she's just overall a great person to want to like be around. You know, the way she interacts with people, the way she is as a person, you just, you know, you want to have her in your friend group, right? You always want to have that one person in your friend group that's like that role model or like that basically lifts others up, and basically that's what Jenna does for me. I don't know if you guys saw, but one of her songs, Stupid Cupid by Jenna, really hit me so hard because in that song, it was talking about a breakup. Well, not necessarily a breakup, but I'll say she was going through probably something at the time with one of her exes, and how like they broke up in a way where it's like, oh, she caught him doing something and she didn't agree with it, and then she got her heart broken, and she let it all out on that song. And I can, you know, relate to that because I've had a couple here and there where it's like when you see your crush with someone else, that's always the worst thing to see. It hurts inside. And I think that's why I like Jenna's music so much because her music really speaks volumes to me and I can relate to on a personal level. But hopefully, you know, let's see what happens. We're going to see if we can keep trying to get her on our podcast. But as for that, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today. Today is going to be a little bit short as from our usual podcast, but we're going to end it off with that today. But other than that, what about you, Ariana? Do you have any last words to say or anyone else you would love to see on our podcast before we close it off?
You know what? I genuinely would love. Okay, look, I know you mentioned Olivia Holt. I actually want to reach out to her now. Look, I actually do want to podcast.
Olivia,
Why
Olivia.
not? That would be amazing. I feel like, she's known for being on Disney Channel. I feel like so many people who are on Disney, they have just grown up so much. Like I think like yeah, like Miley Cyrus, like Hannah Montana. Of course, and that was such an important part of her journey. But she's more than Hannah Montana. Like Olivia Holt is more than that girl from Girl versus Monster. And so I would love to have Olivia Holt and like reach out to her. I feel like maybe it's far-fetched, maybe it's not, but Hilary Duff, Olivia Holt, I don't know, just like these singers that I feel like have impacted our lives. And of course, Jenna Raine, especially with her Who Am I song. I genuinely love that song. And I think it's definitely one of her best songs. So yeah, I think we just have to try keep reaching out. Jenna, if you're listening, please come on our show. We would love to have you. But yeah, Olivia Holt, you're on my radar. So
Yeah, Jenna, and Olivia Holt, both of you, like it would be a dream to be able to like understand like how your music start and even your acting career starts. Because Jenna, I know that you're not just a pop music artist, you have also been an actor in like very very long time ago where there was a show where I think it used to be on I'm not sure if it was Nickelodeon, but she used to be part of a girl group. Even growing up, she started her music career with the L2M music group, which was like a girl group where she worked together with them, and then she later on branched out herself, and then her latest EP album, which Ariana already heard, Who Am I, is one of her favorite songs. And my favorite song from that album would probably have to be, if I had to pick, oh my gosh, there's so many good songs, but if I had to pick, I'd probably say it's between 21 and Hitchhiking, but 21 most likely. But
okay.
anyways, as for Olivia Holt, one of my
Yeah.
favorite songs that I've been listening to a lot is Carry On
Mm.
from, if you guys seen like the animated like Bearland TV show, it's like a Disney, not like a Disney thing, but it's like a separate TV show where Olivia Holt did like a star background voice singing with that song. So it was a really good song. But anyways,
Mm.
guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's podcast. And hopefully, no matter what happens, we can we can hope to one day see one of our favorite music artists pop up on our podcast. Anyways, guys, have a good day. Thank you guys for watching.
Bye.